We are pleased to be joined, as we said earlier, by a man with an important job, the aforementioned chair of the House Democratic Caucus, Congressman Hakeem Jeffries, Democrat of New York. Congressman, thank you very much for coming on tonight. We are happy you and your staff are okay. I want to talk for a minute about what we witnessed yesterday. How will you ever view the Capitol Police the same way again when you walk into work? For that matter, how will you ever view governing the way you view constituents, what your fellow Americans did, what the harm they wanted to do to your chamber and to that building?
Well, good evening, Brian. It's a great honor and privilege to be able to serve the people of the 8th Congressional District in Brooklyn and Queens, and to serve as a member of the People's House. I think all of us who have the opportunity to serve in that great institution have reverence for the Capitol, reverence for the Constitution, reverence for our democracy. Certainly on the Democratic side, I think that is clear. And there was an assault that was deliberate on all that we hold dear, a violent insurrection that was incited and directed by the President of the United States of America. So it will be one of those very rare days that lives in infamy in American history. But the reason why we returned to the Capitol is because we wanted to make it clear that mob rule would not prevail, the rule of law would. And that's why we went back to the floor of the House of Representatives, that Speaker Pelosi reopened it, and we completed our work to certify the election of Joe Biden, make it clear that the terrorists would not prevail, the patriots would.
For American viewers who didn't know you prior to impeachment, they certainly got to know you as one of the featured impeachment managers. And it's with that experience in mind that I ask you, how on earth, with 13 days remaining and the Senate in recess for starters, how on earth would you remove this president from office, even try to begin to fast track the process?
Well, all options are on the table with respect to removing this president with the fierce urgency of now. In my view, what is in the control of the House of Representatives would be our ability to make it clear that the president is not above the law, and that insurrection and incitement and sedition is clearly a high crime and misdemeanor, and that every second, every minute, every hour, every day that this president remains in office, he is a clear and present danger to the safety and security of the American people. There are dynamics that need to be worked out with respect to the Senate. We are going to have a discussion as House Democrats tomorrow to figure out the best way to proceed, to receive input from every member of the caucus, and of course, guidance and insight from Speaker Pelosi and the chairs of jurisdiction. No decisions have been made as it relates to how to proceed, but there's a uniform consensus that we cannot normalize this behavior, that the president must be held accountable, and that there's no reason for us to believe that he will learn his lesson. The senators tried to pull the wool over our eyes on the Republican side of the aisle after he was impeached the first time, and indicated that he had learned a pretty big lesson. He has not. It has gotten worse. That's why we have to act.
That famous quote from Susan Collins that may just live forever.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me, or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.